Hey guys, welcome back and thank you so much for joining us again here at the Living Through Style Lab. Today we are going to be in the lab and showing you a couple different curl techniques that you can use on your clients to achieve those retro looking styles all the way to boho. So just stick around, we're going to go ahead and part Julie out and get started. First you want to have a comb, maybe fine tooth just for brushing through, but currently we're just going to go ahead and section off this top bit and get that out of our way. And our model, Julie, has already pre-prepped herself at home with the PhD Perfect Hair Day system, and we've already put a little bit of the Restore Instant Protection and UV spray on there for extra heat protection, which is always crucial. So we're going to take our first section, and we're going to part from roughly the parietal bone down to her mastaway process, and just section that out and get this hair out of the way. So starting in the front, you're going to want to take 1-inch sections, and we're going to start with the finger wave. The dry finger wave is a very popular style nowadays, and it can be done anything from vintage to even your modern day look, where it's a little bit looser and allows for more of a streetwear. You want to start with a 1-inch parting because that's going to give you the cleanest section and the best curl on the client. And your client's length of hair and end of style is going to dictate the size of iron. So because Julie does wear her hair about shoulder length, a little past, and has a lot of layering, we're going to go with a 3/4 inch iron. That way we get the look that we're looking for in these finger waves. So we're going to start off with her pre-prepped hair. We've got our 1-inch section. What you want to do is grab your Flex hairspray because it does have that heat protection, but it's also going to give us the extra hold that we're looking for. And then just lightly spray her down with that, just to give a little extra hold. Then you're going to take your iron. And what you want to do is place it right up under. And you're going to go wrist, watch, pulse, watch, and then just wrap that hair around the barrel until you've reached the root, and I'll drop my elbow a little bit so you can see, and then just hold for a minute and then unwrap that curl and let it sit. Don't touch that. Go ahead and remove the hair from the clip. Do your next 1-inch parting. Go ahead and drop that hair and re-secure this. Comb your traffic through so you get the smoothest starting point. Grab your Flex with the heat protection in it. And you may be asking yourself, why are we using Flex? Well, the Flex hairspray is a fantastic hairspray to use while you're trying to do an updo to get that extra security in the style. Pulse, watch, pulse, watch, pulse, watch, bring it back up. And you're more than welcome to join me up here if you like. If you need a better view. Uncoil and drop. Now don't worry about brushing these curls out. We are going to come through later with our fine tooth comb in each individual section. That way it has its own livelihood. Next section. Comb out all traffic. Light spray of Flex. Keeping that hair taut, we're going to take our iron into the hair, pulse, watch, pulse, watch, pulse, watch, and then just finish wrapping that hair. And I keep saying pulse watch. What I'm doing is I am looking at the inner side and the outer side of my wrist to keep control of the mids and ends of the hair throughout this curling process. And then once that hair is heated up, we're going to release it. And now we come on to our final section. Comb the traffic, spray the hair, grab the iron. And what are we going to do? Pulse, watch, pulse, watch, pulse, watch. Hold that hair, curl towards base. I believe you guys can see me okay. And then release that hair. Let's go ahead and curl that one again. That one didn't really get the story. Pulse, wrist, pulse, wrist, pulse, wrist. And we're just going to let that hold a little bit. That section didn't quite get the message. We're just going to let that drop and cool. So while I let this side cool, because Julie does have a finer type of hair, I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about the Style Lab products that we're going to use on this side to kind of achieve a couple different looks. So we did start off with our Flex Hairspray that has the light hold that we're looking for to give a little bit of extra strength to that curl. And just so we can kind of take her to that extra level, we are going to use the Dry Volume Blast from the full franchise and give those curls a little bit more oomph. And then at the end, I'm actually going to show you how to deconstruct those and take them down a little bit just to make them a little bit more wearable for maybe today's generation who's not looking for such a big style. We're going to check our hair. And what we're going to do is lift up all these sections because we didn't comb through them. They still should be very much defined and separated for you. So go ahead and lift that up. Don't be afraid. You can flip them out of your way if you like. So then you're left with this curl, and it kind of just looks like a ribbon. So what you want to do is just take your fine-tooth comb, it can be any type of comb, and then just each section comb through. And see how that finger waves beautifully? See the definition and the C curves that we get. Spray for extra control. We're going to go ahead and drop our next section to where we'll separate with our hands, start at the base, comb down, we get that bounce again, quick spritz, put that up there, and then final curl, we're going to drop that down, place the comb out of our, or clip out of our way, and we're going to lightly brush through that top wave just to give her that final look. And then we'll just secure that with a little bit of hairspray. And I'm just going to turn Julie a little bit so you can see a little bit more of the face and how that kind of does look. See how much volume we got just by brushing through every individual section? Again, this is just pre-prepped hair with a little bit of the Flex from Style Lab. So now how we can actually make this a little bit bigger is, again, because we kept our separate sections, we can go back through with our Dry Volume Blast. And remember, you want to keep shaking as you're spraying because that's going to get the best disbursement of the product. We're just going to kind of fluff that a little bit extra just to get a little extra body in the style, create friction throughout those sections to be able to give her a bigger hairstyle. So this is how most of our retro finger waves are going to look when we do the dry styling with the curling iron. You can deconstruct these with the multitasking TBD, and all you want to do is take about a dime size amount. For this, I'm going to take a pea size since we are doing such a small section. and then just deconstruct those curls. Now you are going to be raking through all of them, so don't be afraid. So just deconstruct that curl a little bit for more of an everyday look. And as you can see, we still have this shape. It's just a little bit more condensed, and it's a little bit more wearable from day to day. As you can see, the product has controlled it and given a little bit of a deconstructed, tamed look to those dry finger waves. So now I'm just going to switch sides. I'm going to turn Julie to our other side so we can go ahead and show you another curl technique called the upside down curl. And what that's going to give you is a wonderful boho curl that's going to give you that effortless kind of undone look. So again, we're going to be parting from her apex down to the mastoid process, and we're going to get this excess hair out of the way because we will be attacking that just later.
So that'll be a record.
And again, we're going to be taking our 1-inch parting.
Oh, yeah. This is what I was thinking.
And this curl is going to be a little bit different because we are used to going a certain way with the curling iron. We're actually going to be going upwards with the iron. So what you're going to do is hold your iron vertically like this, a couple inches away from their face, of course, so you don't burn it. And then depending on the way you want to wrap, you want to start that way, but just wrap your curl upward instead of downward, sideways. Hold, unwrap, and then drop. Second section, same deal. Take the base of your curl, take your iron a couple inches away, and I'm going to wrap away from Julie's face just because that is kind of the look she's going to go for today.
So it's just hair without color.
And what we're looking for is just the hair on the outer bit of the iron to get warm. That's when you know it's okay to go ahead and drop. And you can see how that's going to give you more of an undone texture and a little bit more of a looser wave than your traditional style.
So I will
And then just for time's sake, I'm going to show you this last one because I feel like you guys have gotten it and understand the technique that I'm doing. And again, you can do this wrist to pulse action in all your curls to get that nice like ribbon-like effect at the end of the hair and keep it nice and clean. And then again, unwind that hair, set aside your iron. And we're not going to actually throw any full volume blast in this one because we don't want this side of the style to get too big. It's not really the look that Julie and I are going for. But if it's something that you want to do and your client would like, feel free, go right ahead. There's absolutely nothing wrong. We're going to take our fine-tooth comb and go ahead and just brush through all that section. And we do still have a little bit of the TBD on our hands from before because it is a nice concentrated product. I can just run that right through and just give Julie that kind of loose, relaxed look that does have a semblance to the dry finger wave, but it does have a different look altogether when it is all over. Again, thank you so much for joining us today on the Style Lab. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to leave them below or reach out to me directly. You can find my Instagram and email in the description below this video. And again, thank you so much for joining Living Proof and coming to our Style Lab, and we hope to see your best hair. Have a wonderful day.